at 6. Only Channel 2 Action News is taking you inside a raid of the Fulton County Jail. And this is just some of what strike teams confiscated. Things like drugs, cell phones, shanks, a makeshift hatchet, even a bullet.
For over 50 years, the leaders of this country have promised to keep dangerous, life-destroying drugs off the street. Legislators tell us, don't worry, we're going to protect you with additional laws that'll keep weapons out of the hands of the bad guys. The problem is, they can't even keep weapons, drugs, or even cell phones out of jails. Recently, they conducted a highly publicized raid of the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta, where they found massive amounts of illegal contraband.
And the Fulton County Sheriff's Office says this is some of the contraband recovered in the massive shakedown we're on inside the Fulton County Jail, and a lot of the illegal cell phones, which can go for thousands inside the jail, drugs and tobacco recovered, came into the jail via illegal drone drops. Wait till you see the ingenuity involved, however misguided.
The jail is managed by the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, and the sheriff has spun a tale for the media that drones, not his own jail guards, are the reason for all the illegal contraband. By the way, the operational capacity of this jail is 1,125, but it routinely houses a population of nearly 3,000. But check out this next segment.
The assignment is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing we're going up here to do is a massive shakedown. We're looking for any weapons, drugs, or any contraband that the inmates are not supposed to have.
Sheriff Pat Labatt says the Fulton County Sheriff's Office jail strike team struck a vein of contraband quickly.
Why are these nitwits running down this hallway? The people they're going to shake down aren't going anywhere. They're locked up. There's no reason for them to run because there's no urgency. And then when they get to the room where the inmates are housed, they stop running. So it's one of these hurry up and wait things. I don't know about you, but to me, this looks like a staged PR stunt so news crews can get action shots. But to do that, you got to manufacture fake urgency to keep the brain-pickled masses glued to the TV. This is already starting off with strong notes of BS.
In the first zone they hit.
This is a cell phone and charger found within seconds of hitting this unit.
Yes.
On the high security 7th floor of the Fulton County Jail.
This has been a high priority area for us with respect to drone activity.
Now, Sheriff Labatt is really going to be pushing this drones drop the contraband narrative throughout this story, and WSB TV Channel 2 is going to help him.
Drones.
Illegal drone drops.
Drone activity.
They're using drones.
Drones in prisons. Drone drops.
Some have crash landed.
Drones, contraband, drone repair shop, thunder drones, dozens of drones. Drones were used to drop drugs.
When mainstream media and local authorities and officials converge to tell you that the problem is the drones, it might be safe to assume that it's really these drones that they're talking about.
And before Saturday morning was done, men and women normally assigned not just to the jail, but to the courthouse and across the sheriff's office, who had assembled in the early morning darkness, had amassed a massive amount of dangerous material inmates aren't supposed to have, but did.
Should we mention the questionable fitness level of nearly every one of the task force members who may well be the very drones the sheriff is attempting to protect? Wait till you see who they actually apprehended and charged with all this contraband.
Lots of makeshift weapons, including shanks, even a makeshift hatchet, cell phones, even a bullet, suspected drugs. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says all this from one shakedown. These are more than a half dozen suspected crack pipes?
Yes.
Taken from inside the jail.
Yep.
The sheriff's office says the shakedown turned up 22 illegal cell phones, suspected marijuana, tobacco, plenty of pills, even a bottle labeled as the prescription drug promethazine. And then there are the weapons.
I'm surprised the building's still standing.
Most of the weapons made from things stripped out of the building.
From the plumbing shafts to the lighting fixtures.
It smells like it.
We had watched as the stuff piled up in that one zone. Where'd those come from?
Cell 504.
It's just that commissary kiosk,
But what's it turned into?
the charging station.
So they're going to sit there and tell us that the commissary kiosk was transformed into a charging station and the jail staff is just now finding out about it? You got to hand it to these inmates. I mean, you'd think AT&T or Verizon had a kiosk inside the jail with all those cell phones they've got. The creativity and resourcefulness of these inmates is off the chain. Somebody is making some serious under-the-table money smuggling all those phones and drugs into the jail.
There's some marijuana from California. This is found in the cells. And that's marijuana?
Yes, sir.
How did that phone get in the window?
Through the inmates burning, they use, as you can see, the exposed wires up in the light fixture, so they'll use that to start fires, and then they would just sit there until they can melt away the plastic. So the reason why now the inmates burn the holes inside of the windows is because they're using drones.
Maybe I'm just slow, but what this guy just said made absolutely no sense, and the reporter didn't question him on it. He said, the reason why now the inmates burn the holes inside of the windows is because they're using drones.
So the reason why now the inmates burn the holes inside of the windows is because they're using drones.
There's so many questions here. How does burning holes inside the windows have anything to do with the use of drones? Why aren't they using thick, shatterproof glass? I mean, that worked to keep 376 heavily armed officials out of a classroom in Uvalde. How are they able to burn through thick plastic without jail guards detecting the smell? Don't they have smoke detectors? And how do you as a jail guard not see a massive hole in a window? And when the inmate does succeed in burning that hole through the plastic window, does the drone operator know which cell the inmate is in? I mean, how far does the inmate have to stick his arm out of the window, and how close does the blade of the drone have to get without hitting the side of the wall? I know a lot of them have rotor guards, but none of this makes any sense here. Now here's more BS about drones.
We told the story of drones in prisons, but drone drops are now a major factor in the contraband trade at the Fulton County Jail.
Absolutely. Some have crash landed and ultimately with different types of payloads.
Okay, guys, here's what we're going to do to cover for our contraband providing jail guards. Round up a couple random pictures of drones and then just tell the media that's how all this contraband is entering the jail. And then they pick the dumbest inmate that they could possibly interview.
Ain't trial. 15 on right. I'm awaiting trial.
Innocent or guilty?
I'm innocent. I'm innocent.
Near the zone, we got shakedown reaction from one inmate.
We don't have no problems back here. These folk coming up here antagonizing it. We ain't got no problems up here.
The inmate we interviewed on camera earlier this morning, what'd you find in the cell he shares with somebody else?
We collected 2 cell phones out of that cell.
You know anything about a couple of cell phones?
No name about no contraband. No name about no contraband, no cell. I'm here awaiting trial.
In fairness, Natalie Ammons with the sheriff's office says there is no way to know if the cell phones belong to the inmate we interviewed, a cellmate, or someone else, and he was not charged with them. And I guess this image puts a fine point on the danger faced by staff and inmates here in the Fulton County Jail. The sheriff's office says the jail staff does smaller shakedowns on a regular basis, but the last one of this magnitude was shortly before Thanksgiving.
And that gives the inmates time to set up a kiosk charging station and run a lucrative drug, cell phone, and weapons trading business straight from the Fulton County Jail. But here's the coup de grace.
Mark, that is absolutely unbelievable. Not only the amount of stuff, but how they're getting it in. And we've been showing you the backstory on problems with drones, contraband, and inmates. Last month, Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie was with the Department of Corrections agents as they raided a drone repair shop in Gwinnett County called Thunder Drones. Agents arrested the owner, Robert Schwartz, and seized dozens of drones. They believe Schwartz has ties with gang members, and those drones were used to drop drugs and contraband into prisons.
In case you're wondering what was said during this Thunder Drone interview,
Are you involved in drone drops of contraband into Georgia prisons?
Not that I know of. All we do is repair drones.
He was in communications with inmates within the Georgia Department of Corrections and their associates on the outside.
Including gang members?
Absolutely. About making drone drops, contraband drops.
You don't know who you're repairing them for, who you're providing them to?
Most of our business is consumer business. We've repaired drones for local Atlanta and interstate.
We did electronic interceptions on Mr. Robert Schwartz, his business here at Thunder Drones, and inmates and associates of inmates.
Have you broken the law?
No, sir.
Now, I'm not saying that they don't use drones to get items into prisons, but it does seem to me that this is being used as a possible scapegoat to mask the dereliction of duty and outright incompetence of the jail staff at Fulton and other jails. Or maybe it's not dereliction or incompetence, but an intentional revenue stream for those who are hired to keep an eye on inmates. Leave your thoughts about this, subscribe to the channel, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are and stand for your rights. If you don't stand for your rights, you will lose them. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you get the day you deserve.